I'm Matthew Pappas,
I'm Nicole Armillo.
I'm Channing Green.
and our project is about silver nanoparticles and their application in medicine.
We'll also be talking about how we'll be advising Metalifar on creating a product called Medigraphs.
So we'll be dividing our video into 3 parts: preparation, cost, and product analysis.
Bandages are made of a medical-grade unfilled silicon sheet that is 0.45 millimeters thick. The silver nanoparticles were synthesized in anaerobic conditions. The silicon sheets were exposed to H2 gas to bind the silver nanoparticles to them. Residue from organic compounds that may have previously gotten stuck to the silicon sheets was washed off with ScCO2. The presence of silver nanoparticles is confirmed on the silicon bandages using transmission electron microscopy.
The main obstacle of this project is not the cost of obtaining silver, but turning the atoms and molecules from pure silver into a usable nanoparticle that will have the beneficial health effects that would be synthesizing Ag plus into Ag0. The price of silver without a lens for medical use is around $14.50 an ounce, according to silver prices today. The medical plant Puntella funginis roots are used as a way to synthesize nanoparticles from Ag positive to Ag neutral. The root is dried and powdered to be combined with methanol and then used in the silver nanoparticle synthesis. This process is relatively cheap and simple compared to other ways to fight disease and infection. It only took 18 hours for synthesis and is completed into usable form. The use of silver nanoparticles as a way to fight infection was rejected before because technology was not sophisticated enough to easily use the silver as its nano size. Until recently, there was a comeback in the method. As far as price goes, the product has slowly become more available, especially when competing with other metals and antibiotics that do not have as many beneficial disease-fighting traits.
Silver nanoparticles could be used to treat injuries such as burns, wounds, and tissue damage. They could also be used to minimize the risk of infection by influencing cellular adhesion and speeding up the recovery processes of the wound. In the future, they could even be used to fight cancerous cells. Silver nanoparticles could penetrate inside a bacterial cell and lower their molecular weight, which would eventually lead to their death. Furthermore, they could even be used to control bacterial growth and provide a protection barrier against bacteria. Nanoparticles don't simply provide a cover like a store-bought bandage would. They actually fight off any infection and kill any bacterial cells that are causing infection or sickness in a person. In summary, things to remember are:
Bandages are made by binding silver nanoparticles to silicon sheets.
The usefulness of the product only increases as it gets cheaper to mass produce and other antibiotics become less effective.
silver nanoparticles can be used to decrease the risk of bacterial infection not only in surgery but in common applications like bandages.